Good morning. The Town of Stoughton Police Departments and Fire Departments taking time on the 14th year anniversary to remember the lives lost on September 11th and the tragedies that took place on that day. I'm Interim Chief Greg Goldberg, and this is Police Chief Paul Shastny. I'd like to welcome all firefighters, police officers, and guests to the event. On the morning of Tuesday, September 11th, 2001, 14 years ago today, a beautiful sunny summer morning quickly became one of the most horrific days in our country's history. On that day, the lives of this generation were changed forever. In a calculated attack, 19 terrorists on 4 separate airliners took over their respective planes with the goal of taking lives and infusing fear in the American people, thus changing the way we live and who we are. Their goals of loss of life and property were fast realized in the following ways: flying 2 planes into the north and south towers of the World Trade Center in New York City, flying a plane into the Pentagon, crashing a plane that was bound for Washington in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, all claiming the lives, not including the terrorists, of 2,977 people, including 246 victims in the planes, 125 victims in the Pentagon, 71 law enforcement personnel, 55 military personnel, and 343 firefighters. Unfortunately for the terrorists, their goal of infusing fear was short-lived, as Americans, in one of our country's worst days, came together as we always do as Americans. Heroic acts were performed by both everyday citizens, such as the taking over of Flight 93, which was headed towards our nation's capital, and by those who serve us, who gave their lives to save others. Today we remember those victims who lost their lives and honor those who gave their lives in the service of their country. We must never forget these sacrifices, lest it'll happen again. The following words are part of the mission statement of the National September 11th Memorial and Museum at the World Trade Center in New York City. May the lives remembered, the deeds recognized, and the spirit reawakened be eternal beacons, which reaffirm respect for life, strengthen our resolve to preserve freedom, and inspire an end to hatred, ignorance, and intolerance. Could I have all personnel to their stations? We will be striking box 5555 in memory of all those lost, and lower the flag to half-mast, followed by a minute of silence. Detail, 10, hut. Present, arms. Order, arms. Parade, rest. This time I'd like to call Lieutenant James Campbell to read the fireman's prayer.
The firefighter's prayer. When I am called to duty, wherever flames may rage, give me the strength to save a life, whatever be its age. Help me embrace a little child before it is too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and to give the best in me, to guard my every neighbor and protect his property. And if according to God's will, I must answer death's call, bless with your protecting hand my family, one and all. Amen.
We could restrike box 5555 for the all-out to raise the flag. Detail, tan hut. Present arms. Detail, order, arms. Parade, rest. This time I'd like to call Police Chief Paul Shastany for a few words.
Is this tall enough? Yep. Okay. Good morning. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate everyone being here. I remember that morning when the flag was hoisted above the ruins, the pile at 9/11. I remember the morning when the planes hit the towers. What came to me when I saw that occurring is that we all took an oath to get into this business, firefighters, police officers, to serve, sacrifice, and potentially give up our lives for the benefit of others and for this great nation. I became friendly with a major from the New Jersey State Police and visited Ground Zero when I was at the FBI Academy. He worked the pile, as they called it. He lost several friends, several police officer co-workers, firefighters, and others when they went into the buildings at Ground Zero and climbed those stairs to eternity, saving people, inspiring us, leading us to a greater good, something that we all do every day in this service called public service and safety. Those days weren't forgotten. We continue to do this every year when we have these moments where we talk about sacrifice, service, and dedication. It pains me to see that there's a dwindling of the appreciation of the good work that we do, the people in uniform. There seems to be a collective loss of memory. It saddens me to see that we continue to do the best we can. But I do believe that days like today call for a reawakening of our memory, a reawakening of our oath, where we have to contribute and potentially give up our lives so that people can enjoy the freedoms that our forefathers created for us. Today is a special day. Today, like tomorrow, is going to be another day of challenges, but I challenge everyone that hears this, everyone that lives and enjoys peace, freedom, and security, to not forget the sacrifice of the people that died going into the towers, fighting to keep that jet from crashing in Shanksville and the Pentagon crash. I challenge everyone to maintain faith and allegiance to our Constitution, to why we do what we do, and to be ready for that sacrifice to enter nobility and the company of heroes that we lost on September 11th and that we lose every day to try to make this the best country on earth. Thank you for your support, and I hope that everyone here never forgets.
Thank you, Chief Shastany, for those words. I'd be remiss at this time if I didn't take the opportunity to thank the men and women of the town of Stoughton, of the fire and police, who every day put their lives on the line. I hope and pray that what happened this day on September 11th never happens in this town, never happens in this country again. And I just want to thank the men and women of this department for being prepared, and of the police department, for being prepared every day to serve this community and do the best they can. That concludes this year's 9/11 ceremony. I want to thank you all for coming.